Witness the power of the Force, you will. Easy, bro. It's just a bulb. A classic fluorescent bulb. This will work great at your headquarters.
What is this trash? Don't you have any LEDs? The Resistance cannot defeat the First Order with this antique garbage.
These are much better than f***ing LEDs. And look, you can wave them around in the air when your tiny pea brains get bored. Womp, womp. Is that Obi-Wan? Hey, Ben, when did you get back?
No, it's Aldo.
Alter-ego. What are you doing down here, man? Hey, you still working for that dinner party guy?
Yeah, but right now I'm helping his friend with the cigar channel. So this guy Todd reviews cigars, and sometimes he has smoking guests.
No How do I score an invite?
That's why I'm here. You want a good cigar, Grandpa Yoda? Compliments of Cigar Ops?
What kind? Never mind. I'll do it. It's not like I'm busy or anything. Hoo-ah!
Cool. We're filming Friday.
See you Friday.
Hey, what happened to your land speeder?
Lost my license. Make one mistake and boom, you're a pedestrian.
See you Friday, Grandpa Yoda.
Hey, can you give me a ride to that guy's house?
Sure.
Friday.
Womp womp.
This is Todd Tappe. Welcome to Cigar Ops, Cigar Operations, episode number 2. Once again, I will be reviewing a cigar using the Triple Tappe method, where I smoke the cigar 3 different times and then give you my impression on the cigar. This episode was not exactly straightforward because my crack crew of production and actors were insistent that we include some Star Wars scenes in the episode. Now, how do you link cigars and Star Wars? I did a quick word association. Space cigar equals acid cigar line. Acid cigars, space cigars. Okay, we can go with that. The acid cigar line are predominantly flavored cigars. The tobaccos are infused, and they use exotic tobaccos and create a very unique and special smoking experience. And from the line, I chose one of my favorites, the Acid Nasty, diminutive in size, but as you'll see, strong in power and force. And we have a special guest tonight who will also be giving his impressions on the cigar in addition to what you'll hear from the Triple Tappe. Grandpa Yoda, welcome.
Thank you, Todd. Hello.
Grandpa Yoda, you and I have been talking off camera, and how come you don't speak like other Yodas?
Geez, Todd, you can't just ask someone that.
Yoda, enough for you, am I not? Yourself and the horse you rode in on. Go better, Todd?
Not really. I've seen all the Star Wars episodes, but I don't remember seeing you in the movies.
I know, right? You make one mistake, criticize Lucas, accidentally destroy a minor planet, and boom, you're persona non grata.
Well, you're welcome here. Have you ever had an Acid Nasty?
No, is that like having the martini dirty?
No.
Ooh-ah.
The Acid Nasty is a cigar made by our friends at Drew Estate. Allow me. Your choice. closed foot, so we'll taste the wrapper first. First thing you'll notice is that wrapper puts out a lot of smoke. Now, as an aside, when you light a closed foot, you're not lighting the cigar. Frankly, you're not even charring it. Now, once the wrapper of the closed foot has been smoked and tasted, light it just like any normal cigar. I remember the very first time that I smoked the acid line was at my cousin's wedding, Jay Manchieski, about 20 years ago. And back then I was a cigar snob and I looked down at flavored cigars. But these are a whole different ball game. They're infused and the flavors are incredible. But that's a typical acid cigar. The one I've chosen for you is a little bit different because it's not heavily infused like the others. What he does instead with the nasty is he chooses to blend some exotic tobaccos that give a very rich traditional tobacco taste, and these are exotic tobaccos that you're not going to find in other places. And it's earthy, maybe some hints of leather, some vegetable flavors come out. You know, a traditionalist can smoke this because it doesn't have the sweet, untraditional flavors. This is a traditional flavor with special tobaccos. The acid nasty, it pairs excellently with the martini and those olives. The whole thing is very, very nice, very cool. Space cigars, perhaps something our special guest Yoda might appreciate.
I'm liking it, but I want to smoke this down before I give my thoughts.
Fair enough. This is a good time to talk about my first two sessions with this cigar. How long have we smoked this, Grandpa Yoda?
About 45 minutes.
Even with this tiny nub. Copious volumes of smoke. The flavors have stayed consistent. What's your assessment?
Well, Todd, I was afraid this was going to be a flavored cigar. A little too much for my taste. But this is as good as any they had on Alderaan, and they really made some fine cigars. I really can't see why they named it the Nasty.
Oh yeah, what makes you so nasty?
What really struck me was its fine build, tapered from head to cone.
Who's that lady? Conehead lady.
And it's solidly built.
Alright, someone's been doing planks. Whip it, girl. Whip it good.
And that dark oily wrapper glistens in the light.
Mm-hmm. Come to Papa, you sweet brown sugar.
Man, shut up, Aldo. As I was saying, this is a full-bodied cigar with a leathery tone. And I tell you what, Todd, and the acid nasty, the force is strong.
Rebel lost his license, now he's living in the funk. Hangs up by the salt flats and no refurbished junk. He came in here today to the message with Todd Tappe. Threw down some martinis, now he's doing nasty.
Oh girl, you so nasty. I'm your Huckleberry. I want my
You know he needs help, right?
Yeah, but I don't really sing.
Not what I meant.
I won't buy.
I know.
I won't buy MTV.
Well, that's it. That's a wrap. Episode number 2. Thank you, Grandpa Yoda. I know you put forth a big effort. Those scenes with Ben and the resistance officer. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed your nasty. And I'll smoke a cigar with you anytime. You're welcome here at Cigar Ops. And thank you for being an excellent guest. To Grandpa Yoda.
My pleasure, Todd.
Oh yeah. What makes you so nasty? So nasty.